appreciation event, which I did and absolutely loved it. I know when I have attended customer appreciation events for different things, I walk out feeling great, appreciated, and I'm going to come back to that place. And our customers really, I always think, they don't have to buy from me. They don't need to be my customer. So anytime I can appreciate them, acknowledge them, all the things, it makes me feel good and they feel good. So I thought to myself, how can I do a customer appreciation event to make it not feel salesy, but like appreciation all the way? So we can do these online, done them online. I've done them in my house. So a really good successful one I had was my local customers. And I am fortunate to have a big base of local customers. Yeah. So I invited them to this big celebration. You're going to get appreciated, and customer appreciation night. They came in, they got to pick their beverage of choice, and I had a spinning wheel where they could spin and win. And it really was all about like, hey, I want to give back to you, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you. So little things like trivia stations. So they would come in and they'd fill out a ballot at each trivia station. And I thought, how can I now incorporate Riman into this? Wow. So as I was doing the draws, so they'd have to fill out their ballots, they'd have to answer the questions, and then I would attach a prize to that station. So I'd pick their name, and then I would review what the question was, and I'd get to talk very briefly about Riman. So it was a way to incorporate and educate about who we are. I also had each one of them come up, and they had a spinning wheel where they could spin. Mm-hmm. And then they could win a prize. And the prizes don't need to be extravagant, just little. But they would come up, say their name, and they had to say their favorite product. Brilliant. Just by doing that, I had over $3,000 in sales that night because they asked me to buy. Yeah.
That's incredible. Just small little acts, some things that, whether it's fun, this is amazing. I'm going to do this when I get home for sure.
Me too.
Brilliant. This is so good. Okay, Marisol, I know you are the queen of customers, making them feel special. Can you give us an example where one small act of appreciation towards your customers turned into a lifelong client?
Sure. Okay. So I get majority of my customers from my aesthetic clinic. Okay. I show appreciation to my clients by, of course, giving them great service, but also being very honest. So one of my clients in particular, okay, she loves taking care of her skin. However, she doesn't have a lot of wiggle room financially. She loves getting her facials from me, but she loves Riman products just as much. So I told her, just like I tell everybody else, okay, great skin follows 80-20 rule. Okay, 80% comes from consistent daily home routine, and only 20% comes from targeted, personalized, professional treatment. Okay, yes. So I told her, I said, look, I love doing your facials, but it would benefit you more if you just get a really good skincare, okay? Whatever it may be, Riman or not, but Riman, of course, is the best, okay? Because it will serve her better. I'd rather have her skin get taken care of 29 days out of the month, rather than just one day coming to me. Amen. So what happened was, she bought one set of our signature line, right? But before I gave her the bag, I slipped in a lip tint, because I knew full well she has been wanting to try it for the longest time since it came out. Right? So I gave her the bag, and she peeked, and she saw the lip tint, and a huge smile spread across her face. She was so happy, and she said, look, I appreciate your honesty and generosity, and guess what happened? Ever since then, she has become my #1 most loyal customer and my most persuasive advocate. She has referred to me more clients, both to my clinic and Riman, more than anybody else to date.
Because of a
lip tint, and also by being honest that she'd rather get good skincare rather than come to me. I'm losing business with that, but hey, it's okay. But what's works for her best is what's important. So it's really important, and makes a whole lot of difference when you show that you truly care and you appreciate you should show them you appreciate them.
Mm-hmm. That's incredible. The power of a lip tint. Who knew?
Thank
Okay,
you.
so to take that one step deeper, how has appreciation played into your customer retention?
Okay, I cannot say this enough, okay? Appreciation is key in retaining clients, okay? When people feel valued beyond just a transaction, when they feel that they're not just a number, they will trust you, they will trust the brand that you carry, and they will stay with your business longer, okay? Appreciation increases your customers' lifetime value. It turns them from being a one-time buyer into a loyal, long-time customers.
For sure. And the amazing Jen. You
Hello.
don't need any special introduction because everybody knows you, loves you. We just want all your secrets. So give them to us today. So my question to you is, you do such an amazing job staying connected with your customers. So how do you do that after the sale?
Yes. Well, Courtney, I'm so glad you asked. I actually have a method that I teach, and my team members are probably going to be sick of hearing it, but we're going to talk about the 1-2-2 method. And this is how it works. Day one, yeah, I know. The rest of you, though, take some notes. I'm telling you, this might be a game changer for your business. Day one, they place the order, you call. You thank them. This is a phone call. If you're not, I'm a Gen Xer, we call. The rest of y'all, you can do a voice memo. You're going to thank them. Day one, they've already bought. You're not getting anything in return from them.
Yeah.
You're giving them your appreciation, but does Target call you to thank you when you order? Does Sephora call you to thank you for your order? No. This is a relationship business, and we're setting ourselves apart by thanking. I've had people at other companies send me cards. Thank you for your order. I don't go that far, but I think it's a great idea if anybody wants to do that. And then on two. So it's 1-2-2. So 2 is 2 weeks you're going to follow up. So you thank them for their order, day one. Actually, let's go back. On day one, you also want to remind them to take a before picture. Because when you take a before picture, what are you implying? That there's going to be
Change.
a change, right? You're going to get an after picture. It's going to be different. Okay, so that's day one. Okay, 2 is 2 weeks, but really it could be closer to when the package arrives. You want to check in and make sure, did everything arrive okay? I mean, we know we have excellent shipping. They pack it up so beautifully. There usually aren't problems. But what if the FedEx guy was a little, feeling a little spicy that day and he threw the box down? You don't know. And people sometimes are too nice to say anything. So you just want to make sure, is it intact? Is it everything okay? But then you want to encourage them to take it out of the box. I think, right? Has anyone ever had that happen where you check in with somebody and you say, have you used the skincare? And I think Brianna, you talked about it yesterday in her session. Somebody had left it sitting in the box for like 6 months. So get it out of the box, get it on your face. Okay, so that's called 2 weeks. The next 2 in the 1-2-2 method is 2 months. And that is, how did you love it? Not what did you think, right? How did you love it? We're looking for positive responses.
Intentional.
And the intentional, yes. And then that's about the time where they're getting ready to reorder some of the stuff. Booster, they're probably out of already, but you want to get them in time to get that reorder before they go out and, potentially buy something else. So, you're staying close, you're staying connected, and it's the 1-2-2 method.
And if they're using the booster like Tim Hur, they're definitely out of it.
Right?
So even taking that a step deeper, how do you celebrate your customers with milestones, birthdays,
Oh, yeah, sure.
anniversaries even?
Yep.
I don't know. Like, how do you do that?
Well, I do birthdays personally. So I've been in this industry a long, long time. I think my daughter, who's here today, she's 23. I think she was 7 or 8 when I started. So I have a calendar filled with birthdays. So if I hear it's somebody's birthday or if I see it on social media, I add it to my calendar. I like to get them before the birthday. So like the night before, hey, I wanted to be the first one to wish you happy birthday. So we're recognizing them. If they live local, I do the same that if I have a lip tint or if I have anything, I love the stick bomb is a good one. I'll drop it in somebody's mailbox with a little card, thinking about you, happy birthday. But you don't have to do that, especially if you're just getting started. You don't potentially have the funds. When I first got started, I certainly couldn't afford to be giving gifts.
Yeah.
You can go to the dollar store and pick up a little compact mirror and just drop that in somebody's, mailbox and wish them happy birthday.
That's amazing. This might sound absolutely elementary and crazy. I work my business mainly on social media, and I get so many messages a day thanking me and customers feeling appreciated because I sent a voice text. The power of a voice text is absolutely insane in today's world, because who's tired of talking to an automated robot? Like, y'all, it drives me nuts. And so the second that somebody says, "Hey, Courtney, I'm interested in the skincare," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, great!" I pick up my phone. I am so excited. I need two things from you: your skin type, and I want your skincare goals. As soon as they send that to me, I don't send them just a typical ritual from the website. I go straight to my carts. I don't call it a bag because nobody knows what a bag is. I create a cart, but this is what I do for them. I name my bag or their cart, their first and last name. I put in the description their skin type and their skincare goals. I add all of my products. I make their link, and then I pick my phone back up because I'm going to send them another voice text. And I'm like, here's your personalized routine. Here's how you're going to use it morning and night. I'm going to follow back up with you in 2 weeks. This has done a couple of things. One, you've listened. They feel extremely heard and appreciated. Two, it has their name on it. They've already 50% bought into it because it has their name on it. And then I'm like, I'm going to call you again in 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, within 3 minutes, ding, and I get that cha-ching email, and I'm like, yes. And I get message after message after message. I cannot believe how many messages you get on Instagram a day, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you took the time to send me a voicemail.
Yeah.
Is that not insane? It's a voicemail. It took me 1 minute, and it is so powerful. So now that we've talked about customers and we've had a really fun time with that, we're going to move on to our planners, because they're just as important, if not even more important, than our customers, because they're the heartbeat of our businesses, and we love them so very much. So Tracy, you have an amazing team, and they look to you for so much guidance and resources. You are an absolute gem. Everything that I hear about you it makes my heart explode. How do you recognize your planners? And for those who are maybe recognized on the top of the sales, sales recognition every month, or maybe not hosting the most K-pop-ups, but they're doing the things every day. How do you recognize them and make them feel appreciated?
Yeah, well, I think we can all agree that recognition is like the key for, for our business. Like anything that we can recognize somebody for, like Dora said, it's like that first planner that they get, the first customer they get, the first party that they do. Like having that is nerve-wracking for people, right? To have to go do it and to be able to shout them out. At a typical 9 to 5, they're not getting recognized for the little things that they do. So any time that you can see something they're doing, recognize them for it, right? Whether it's their first post on social media or, like I said, their first customer or whatever it is. But I also love doing little friendly competitions within the team so that everybody has a shot. Like I love giving gifts and giving extra product. Hence why every time there's a promo and there's the freebie product, I grab it because those freebies are going back into my business.
Yeah.
So I love doing that, and it's like, you know what? I look at everybody as like they're part of the team. They're part of the community. They're part of the group. And whether they're getting one customer a month, 5 customers a month, 10, 20, we're all doing this together and we're all a team together. So
I love that you said that because the only thing that we can control in this business as distributors are the actions that we take. We cannot control the result. And I love that you're recognizing people who are taking the actions. That is brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant, because without action, nothing happens and no growth happens. Good for you. All right, noted, noted. Okay, and Marisol,
Yes.
you have a team that most of us out here and most of us listening to the podcast today would dream about and give so much to have. So how do you believe your planner appreciation is, how do you make this such a powerful tool? And can you share a moment when you appreciated a planner that actually changed their confidence and the trajectory of their business?
Okay, so we all know a team is a group of individuals sharing a common goal, right?
Yeah.
So leading a team with gratitude and appreciation serves basic human needs, okay? It serves our need for our efforts to be seen and noticed. It serves our need to be respected. And it also serves our need to have that mutual trust between business partners, right? So when appreciation is shown, people have the tendency to work harder and go the extra mile. People have the tendency to take action because they know they're not alone.
Yeah.
Okay? And people have the tendency to outperform themselves because they want to contribute to the team that they have grown to love and appreciate. Now, I think that's powerful. If you don't think that's powerful enough, I don't know. I'm not sure what is.
And it builds their confidence, right?
Yes.
So that confidence is just going to just build upon a level.
Exactly. So to give you an example, right? So, I mean, like you said, like somebody that changed trajectory in their business. So, we all know in this business, we have a lot of ups and downs, right? Okay, sometimes life happens, motivation wanes, support diminishes, or team bond breaks. When these things happen, it's not surprising for a business to take a hit, right? It happened to one of my business partners. And the thing is, I show appreciation by words of appreciation and acts of service. So I sat down and had a talk with her, and I told her how valuable she is. I told her how she has what it takes to succeed in this business and how she's helping change a lot of people's lives. And most importantly, I made it clear that I'm with her every step of the way by showing up. Guess what happened? Okay. She restarted her Riman business with renewed vigor, and now she is one of my top performing leaders in the team. Okay?
Amen.
And I'm telling you, I am very proud of her, and her contribution to the team will never go unnoticed for sure.
Wow.
Love that.
That is amazing. Okay, and Jen, I know you have some really great connections with your team. I feel like they love Jen. Like, if you talk to someone on Jen's team, they're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So your planner speaks so highly of you. You're so respected by them. When you lead, and what's the most meaningful recognition that you as a leader have received, and why did this stay with you?
Oh, that's a really good question. It was the first recognition that I ever received in this industry because I was a mom who had left a corporate job to take care of a special needs child with 2 other high need children. So young mom, 3 kids, 0, lovely husband, but he is not telling me how great the dinner was that night or boy, does the house look awesome. I did not get recognition in my life. I desperately needed money. And I went to a local team event, and they said, we called them parties, so they're pop-ups, but we called them parties. And they said, stand up if you did a party this month. And I stood up. I was like, I did a party. That's how we make money. I'm going to do lots of them. Stay standing if you did 2 parties. Now, meanwhile, the first time, half the room didn't even stand. And then people sat down. And I'm looking around and they said, stay standing if you did 3 parties. I'm still up. Stay standing if you did 4 parties. And then the whole room sat and it was me. And I am the mom that is broke and I just need the cash and that's why I'm doing the parties. And they all started to clap for me, the whole room. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love this job. And it changed everything. And look, here I am all these years later, right? Built a team. That first recognition changed everything for me. So I carry that into my, right? How easy too. Stand up if you did a party. We should do it right now. No, but that is a simple way to recognize somebody. It's just so easy. You could do it on if you do a Zoom team meeting. Hey, raise your hand if you did this, or how many people did you share the business with? Just simple, small ideas all about taking action. Yes, we want to reward our top achievers. Yes, we want to, recognize the people who are top in sales, top in sponsoring. However, it's usually the desperate, broke, scared mom who needs the recognition the most, and it could truly change their lives. It sure did mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
Thank you.
Very good. Well, my next question was to lead into how has this led to your team, but you just shared that with us.
Yes.
That's incredible. I think community connection and feeling valued and heard is instrumental within our businesses and keeping planners a part of the team. Shout outs, recognition, the things that we talked about here today. Some of us do fun little jewelry ranks. Sometimes, a phone call again, a voice text. One of my absolute favorites, though, is to come to convention and really make those every single one of your planners that show up, because we are making sacrifices to be here. We're not with our families. We're missing events. And to recognize that they feel so special. Like, wow, Tracy just recognized that I'm here, that you put money into getting here. You've taken time away from your family. Those small things make such an incredible difference. And not only that, it's a connection that happens within your team that will create energy, momentum, longevity, and they're not going anywhere else, because guess what? They're not going to get that anywhere but here, right?
Right.
I love it so much. Ladies, y'all have been such a pleasure. I have learned so much from you guys today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bless you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for an amazing pod.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, and we are done. Thank you, ladies.